Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Andrea DTV. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing my first ever review on this channel. I'm going to be reviewing 3 different Kate Somerville products, so if you're interested, just keep on watching. This is the first time I've ever tried Kate Somerville products. I had a history of really bad acne for as long as I can remember, so I've been trying different things, and I know Kate Somerville is a really good brand. I did some research on what products would be best to try based on reviews from Sephora, so I ended up getting the Kate Somerville Eradikate Acne Spot Treatment, the Scar Scar Deminishing Serum, and the Clinic to Go Resurfacing Peel Pads. I'm going to give, I guess, sort of a brief review of each product or my experience using the product. So the Eradikate Acne Treatment, I'm just going to cut right to the chase and say that I honestly don't have anything good to say about this product. First off, it has a really bad smell because the main ingredient is sulfur, so it literally smells like rotting eggs. The smell would be something I could tolerate if the product actually worked, but it really didn't do much of anything for my skin. Another negative about the product is that you can only pretty much wear it at night because it doesn't dry clear. It's actually pink. I don't know if you can tell in the bottle, but it's pink liquid. And so when you put it on your spots, it dries pink and it's very thick. It's very noticeable. So it's not the kind of thing that you can just go out wearing during the day. You basically have to use it either overnight or during the day if you know that you're going to be staying home. What I would do is I would wear it at night, and I haven't used it, like, to be fair, I haven't used it every single day, but I have tried using it quite a few times on some spots, and I would wear it overnight. And when I wore it when I was sleeping, it wouldn't get in my hair because it was dry, but basically because my hair was kind of like this while I was sleeping, if I had applied it like right here and my hair was like this while I was sleeping, the next day my hair would smell like sulfur and it basically wouldn't go away until I had washed my hair again. So this has a really strong smell, and it's a bad smell at that. It doesn't go on clear, so you can only wear it pretty much at night. You basically can't wear it out. On top of that, I didn't really notice it reduce the size of my pimples at all. Even like a lot of other reviews that I read on Sephora.com for the product, a lot of people said the same thing where they didn't notice it make a difference with their pimples. Now, it could depend on obviously what skin type you have and what kind of acne you have, and I guess for some people sulfur maybe just doesn't work well with their skin, and maybe I'm one of those people. But at the same time, I feel like if you're paying so much for a product, this was $26 for this tiny little bottle. I feel like if you're paying a lot of money for a product, that it shouldn't matter what type of skin you have or what type of acne you have, etc. It should be able to work for pretty much everybody. I saw in some reviews people were saying you have to use it like 2 to 3 times a day for it to really do anything, but there were also people who said they did use it that often and it still didn't do anything for them. And honestly, I feel like if you have to use it that often, then it's really not worth it because you can't go out in public with it really, and it smells bad. It's such a tiny little bottle and you're using it 2 to 3 times a day. It's such a waste of product. So it's like if you have to do that, you might as well just buy a drugstore over-the-counter brand of acne spot treatment. The other acne spot treatment that I've tried using is the Neutrogena acne spot treatment, and I think I've honestly seen it do at least a little bit more for my pimples than this ever has, and that's a fraction of the cost. It goes on clear, and I can wear it at any time of the day, and it doesn't have a bad smell. The other thing I didn't really like about this product is that because of the way it's like formulated and designed, is that, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's pink liquid on the bottom and then there's clear liquid on the top, and you're not supposed to shake it because otherwise it's not going to react well with each other or something. So the way that you need to dispense the product is you have to stick a Q-tip all the way down to the bottom, and then you'll apply it to wherever you need it. And I always found that to be such a, like, from the first time that I used it, before I even actually tried the product itself, I noticed right away that was something I really didn't like about the product, is that it just seems like a huge waste of product because you would always end up with more product on the Q-tip than you really needed. Like, what if you only had like 1 or 2 spots and then you have this entire Q-tip full of product. Like because of the way that the product is formulated, there's no way of dispensing extra back into the bottle. So you would basically have a Q-tip filled with product, you'd apply it wherever you need it, and then you'd have to throw it away. And it's such a tiny little bottle. It's $26 at Sephora, and if you have to use it 2 to 3 times a day for it to really work, I mean, you're basically just throwing your money away with this product, especially if it doesn't work. I know that a lot of people rave about the Kate Somerville products. I know that a lot of people say this stuff is great and it's worked for them, so you know, that's great if it's worked for some people, but there's also a lot of people it hasn't worked for, including me. I'm not saying you shouldn't try it. Luckily, Sephora has a really great return policy, so if it doesn't work for you, you can just always return it, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just not a fan of the product in general. I don't get it. I really don't get this product. I honestly think that they designed it purposefully so that you'd have to spend more money, because it's a tiny little bottle that's $26. You have to use a lot of the product, and you end up wasting a lot of the product because of how you have to actually get it out of the bottle. I honestly think that they just designed it specifically so that you'd have to keep repurchasing the product. The next thing that I've been using is the Scar Scar Deminishing Serum, and this is just a tube that comes off like this, and it has this little like metal ball on the end, and you just turn the little thing so that it goes to on, and then you end up squeezing the product out, and you use the little ball to kind of massage it into the skin, and it's supposed to diminish the look of acne scars and also like scars from minor injuries as well. I've been using this product day and night, not every day, but like at least a few times a week, and to be honest, I just didn't notice much of a difference in terms of my scars. Like, you can't tell because I have makeup on, you can't tell how bad my skin looks, but I have some really bad post-acne scars and marks and things like that, and I was really hoping that this product was going to work, because I know, like, I read reviews of people saying they had like cystic acne and it helped get rid of those scars. So I was really hoping that this was going to actually work with diminishing my scars, but I've been using it a few times a week for like a month, and I haven't really noticed any significant difference in the look of my scars. This was $46 or something around that. This is another product I plan to return, just because what's the point if it doesn't really work, and it was really expensive. And then the last product is the Clinic to Go Resurfacing Peel Pads. You get 16 little pads in the box, and they look like this. So you basically just peel the foil off, and it's like a little pad that has it feels sort of like an exfoliant on it, and you just kind of rub it all over the skin, and you leave it on for 2 minutes, and then you rinse it off. And you're supposed to use these twice a week for 8 weeks. And it's basically like it just sort of exfoliates the skin and prevents anti-aging. It's supposed to sort of help with acne scars, I guess, and just like even out the tone of your skin and like all that stuff that just makes your skin like glow afterwards and look better and everything. So to be fair, I didn't use these a lot. I think I only used like 2 of them, and I used it like once a week instead of twice a week. I honestly feel like after my experience with the other Kate Somerville products, I just don't care to really keep trying these, because I didn't notice a huge difference in my skin after using them. Like, yeah, after I used them, my skin did look brighter and was more glowing and stuff, but these were $52, which for me is just too expensive for something that doesn't really do a heck of a lot. Like, maybe if I did use it, like use every single pad and everything, maybe my skin would look better. But I honestly feel like because of the problem that I have really bad acne scars, that I feel like the only kinds of treatments that are really going to work would be like microdermabrasions, which I have done before, and I think I'd like to go back to doing those, or chemical peels, laser treatments. Like, those are the only kinds of things that are really going to be effective, I think, for the problem that I have. I think that these kinds of products can only take you so far in terms of trying to deal with really problematic skin. If you have generally good skin, I would say maybe these products can kind of help with just like the maintenance. But if you have really problematic skin, I don't think that there's any product out there that's really going to work miracles for you. I think you honestly have to do like severe treatments. So luckily Sephora has a really great return policy, and I'm planning to return all of these products, because altogether this was about $150, and I would rather take that money and put it towards an actual facial microdermabrasion some kind of treatment that would actually do something for my skin. I know that a lot of people really rave about the Kate Somerville products. I honestly had really high hopes for it because I know how reputable the brand is. Maybe some of their other products are better than these. Unfortunately, I just didn't have a lot of luck with them. Maybe it was the way I was using the products. I wasn't using them often enough. But honestly, I have seen a lot of other reviews from people saying that they didn't work for their skin either. So maybe they just don't work for my skin. Maybe my skin is too problematic for them. I'm not going to say that you shouldn't try them. That was just my personal experience with using them. A lot of people have had great success using the Kate Somerville products. So I do encourage you, if you want to give it a try, to definitely get the products and try using them, because if they don't work for you, Sephora has a great return policy and you can always return them. But just keep in mind that they may not actually work for you, as they haven't for a lot of people. And I guess depending on what the problem with your skin is or how bad your skin is, you can't expect them to work miracles, and you may want to save your money instead and look for like a more like actual kind of treatment as opposed to just topical products, because topical products can only kind of get you so far. So that was my review of the Kate Somerville products. That was my first experience using Kate Somerville. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for me. That's my honest review, my honest experience of using the products. It's always my aim with the videos that I do on this channel to be honest and to give my personal experience, my personal opinion about things that I've used, because I know when I look to buy products, like I did exactly the same thing. Before buying these products, I looked up a lot of YouTube reviews and stuff, and people said the products were great. So I just want to be able to inform people so that you can make a better decision about the products that you are interested in buying before you spend that money. I really just hope that whether you do end up using the products or not, that I've just helped you to kind of make a more informed decision about whether or not you do want to try the products. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in my next video.